Hey, so how come whenever it's a woman saying hating all men is quite literally an extremist viewpoint, it borders on bigotry, and having all that hate in your heart opens you up to further extremist rhetoric being supplanted in your brain? How come whenever women say that, other women are like the first people to be chomping at the fucking bit to defend their right to hate? Like, no, actually, I'm allowed to say all men are guilty until proven innocent, and that they're all rapists, and that they're all violent trash, because of statistics. I can tell you didn't take statistics. You definitely didn't. Yeah, and if you did, you didn't pass. Because holy fuck. Like, listen. You know what? What I want to say...
Can we please talk about how thirsty some of you ladies are in these TikTok comments? No, seriously, you ever seen an obvious thirst trap from a man? He has his shirt off, he talking low, it's obvious that he's like fishing. And the women in the comments are like, oh my God, Lord, oh my God, what a weird way to propose. Oh my God, like having that little picture where it looks like the woman has, that she's erect. Posting like those memes, like just that is just the thirstiest unladylike thing I've ever seen in my life, and I see it so bad on TikTok more than I've seen it on any other app. Like, these men are literally like using you all, like you're feeding right into it. Like, these are the same type of men that'll mess with all of y'all, that won't claim anybody or won't mess with you at all, and is just doing it to get paid. And mind you, you all are the same women that say you don't like men, you can't stand men. You don't like men that you don't like, but you like men that most likely don't want you. Men that fit the bill of what you feel like you want, but you know you can't have. Because real men, they don't thirst trap. And I've encountered some fine men. They don't thirst trap. And no matter how fine a man is, you're finer. We don't do that. We don't lust over men in comments. Like, what type of world are we living in? You will never catch me in a man's comment section saying all kind of obscenities and all kind of things. Mind you, he don't even know who you are. A lot of you women, and it happens on the lives too. I notice that whenever I go live with a male creator that's handsome, they always invite me on the platform. You women are just in there lurking. I'm like, hi, handsome. Where are you from? I've had women sat here and it got mad at me because I was invited up on a handsome man's platform, and they're in the comments, and a lot of women are cool, but there's a lot of y'all that's like, oh, who is that? And don't worry about me. I'm that woman. I'm the woman that knows her worth, which makes me valuable, which makes me desirable, because I will never, ever be caught in a man's lives or his comments saying little nasty remarks to him or trying to get him to notice me. Y'all talk about pick me behavior. That's the real pick me behavior. Get out of those stand up. You are a grown, beautiful woman. You should be anyway. And if you're elegant, if you're classy, if you know your worth, you will never be in a man's comment section begging for attention.
I don't like to come for the girls. I don't, because I'm a girl, okay? But I hate when girls comment on guys like TikTok and stuff, or like flood it with like all these compliments. Like, baby, let's not get too excited, okay? And the thing is, the girls be on their real accounts. Like, it's just like, don't do that, please. Because I feel like it's changing what society is supposed to be. Women are supposed to be chaste, not the other way around, okay?
You know when a guy is like so unattractive that he's kind of hot? Like, he's so ugh that you're like, damn, kind of would for some reason. Like, I don't know, it just like swings back around, like they're just so busted that it's like, oh, suddenly you're hot. Does that make sense? Because sometimes I'm questioning myself, okay? I'll like show some guy in a dating app or like on my Instagram, my friends are like, are you okay? And I was like, no, but like, that's why it's okay. Like, he's so busted looking and his snaggled tooth is waving to the people behind me, but that's why it's kind of hot. Like, there's just like something about it that I'm like, you're the cutting and I'm down, like it's like me and my little Oscar the Grouch, like I'm just like, I feel like I'm like roll around in mud and be like, you're gross, but like it's hot, and like I'm confused, and like Need to go back to therapy.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. There's not a lot of women decentering men. There's not. Because a man's TikTok comments is the funniest and scariest place. The women, overly going. The women, overly freaked out. And in my head, I don't know if I laugh at the comments because of secondhand embarrassment. Like, y'all lying. Y'all not decentering men. Y'all claim y'all decentering men, but y'all not really decentering these men. Nah, stop playing with me.
Modern women always try to get on men about their lust and their feelings, but when left to their own devices, or when they feel like they're safe, they're doing the exact same thing. They're acting the exact same way that men are acting. Thirsty. We can see it not even with celebrities, but we can see it, like you said, in a man's comments that they actually really like. Women have gone after criminals. They're sitting up here writing. We know throughout history because it's been documented. We don't need a freaking T app and a Facebook group to see that these women are going after freaking criminals. They're vetting criminals to see if the criminal, okay, he hurt somebody else, but he's not going to hurt me. What?
You want to know what really grinds my gears? I'm tired of bitches on the internet talking about they decenter men and all they fucking talk about is men and what the fuck men do wrong to them and what a man ain't doing and what he is doing and what he should be doing and how he should be acting. And it's fucking crazy because last time I checked, you're not a fucking man. Last time I checked, to decenter a man is not to center a man, right? How about you center healing yourself? Reflect within yourself. Why don't you reflect on women and what women do and what females be doing? Because y'all be getting on my motherfucking nerves. Women are quick to point the fucking finger because we feel like we're entitled to this fucking princess treatment. We are queens. We are born queens. Nah, bitch. To be a queen, you have to marry a king. You're not just no queen because you want to be. This is not no audition to be casted for a role. This shit is real life. So until you decide to center yourself and consider a man instead of centering a man, then maybe we can have a conversation. Maybe you might be happy in a relationship and a man might take you serious. But hey.
Wait, let's rewind. You're saying that a broke woman who makes no money, struggles to pay her rent and typical basic bills every month, calls men that can't send her to get her nails done a brokey or sassy. Delusion.
Question. Why is everything sexualized when it comes to women? Like, why don't women want to be women no more? It's like the way we carry ourselves, the way we dress, the way we talk. Like, it's like everything has to be sexualized. We're nothing but sexualized trophies walking.
Oh, excuse me. I saw you and you have a beautiful ass. You're gorgeous. No waist. I want to sexually objectify the shit out of you. Like, I would strap you up in my basement, take you home, and like now you're stuck with me forever. So just wanted to let you know. All right. Okay. Bye. Excuse me. Hi.
God, read the room, buddy. God, I'm married. Shit.
It is crazy how many women sit on this app day in and day out and be like, I'm so tired of men sexualizing us. I'm so tired of men doing this, that, and the third to us, whatever the case may be. But then you guys be getting in men's lives and saying the most diabolical shit, or even in their comment section saying the most diabolical shit to these men. I literally was just in a live earlier and I wasn't even in there, like, let alone 10 seconds. And some woman came in and was like, you look like you a great eater. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all always talking about how y'all tired of being sexualized, but it's okay for you to sexualize men. Y'all telling yourselves more and more each and every day when it comes to this app and the way that y'all use this app and talk to people on this app. Because let that have been reversed, y'all would have been like, ew, delete him, block him, this, that, and the third. Oh my God, like they can't leave us alone, whatever the case may be. But y'all be doing the exact same shit to men. This is why I don't feel sorry for a lot of you women when y'all sit here and talking about, oh my God, like why do I always get sexualized? Because I promise you, behind closed doors, you're doing the exact same shit to men. I said what the fuck I said.
A lot of you men are saying that girls need to start making the first move now? What? Who's the one that gets down on one knee? It sounds like delusion. Like, you have literal balls. And you want me, a girl, to be like, hey babe, I got movie night set up. Well, it depends. I mean, if I really love my man though, you know, I don't mind. But, no, that's crazy. On dates like that? This is why there's a lonely man epidemic, because your mindset is like super delusional. Like, what's wrong with you? You want girls now, after we start making those first moves, you're gonna want us to pay the entire rent, you're gonna want us to completely take care of you, you're gonna want to be the stay-at-home dad. Like, what's next? Are you gonna want us to get on our one knee and propose to you too? Is that what you want? Also, why is this happening? Why can't we just go back to the traditional ways? I know a lot of women, you know, they could have their little moments where they're a little thoughty, but men have their moments where they're a little too womanly. You are a man, a straight man at that. Unless you want to go the other way. Different story. I really hope you guys elevate, honestly.
I think it's a kind of offensive if a guy doesn't try to hit on me. Like, I'm like, you know, what are you doing? What's wrong? You know, it's a little, like, did I do have something on my face? What's wrong with you? Are you gay? You know?
Listen, so you're saying that pretty much anyone who interacts who's like single and dating should pretty much at one point or another try to make the move. Okay.
Yeah, you know, like I mean, I understand like married man, all that, but I feel like if you're in an environment to meet people, why are you not talking to me? I feel like a lot of why don't guys like walk up to females? You know, like even if they think they're the prettiest, why won't you walk up?
Just got home after a night out with friends for the first time in a very long time. As I was leaving the bar, I had a guy hit on me, and I honestly cannot remember the last time that someone hit on me in the wild, as we call it. It's usually on dating apps. So I am in a relationship, so I did not entertain this guy, although he was attractive. I just think it's interesting. People never believe me with that when I say that men don't hit on me out in public. So do you guys experience this? Are you a man that never hits on women? Or are you a woman that never gets hit on by men? Just curious.
Call me crazy, but when did it become a bad thing for guys to approach girls at the gym? Like, as long as it's a respectful time to do it, like, please come talk to me. What the fuck?
To preface, I'm just speaking from my own perspective. I have no reason to approach a girl who's 22 years old. It's way out of my age bracket. The male gaze in the gym in 2025 is modesty. The women who most of us find attractive don't want to be approached because they're there for the same purpose that we are. To train and work on themselves. I've been in the gym for over 10 years. When I'm in the gym, I'm there strictly for my goals. I'm in a t-shirt. I'm not worrying about how I look to anybody. With that, walking around the gym at 227 pounds, bearded, long hair, pumped, I'm not approachable at all. Women find that intimidating. In that said, we respect the queens from afar. They're most likely wearing a modest fit, oversized tee, training hard, unlike the girls training to mild discomfort, and seeking validation in their two-piece Define set or whatever, in which we can tell, by the way.
Well, if I were to go to work or the grocery store, I'm going in there to work. I'm going in there to make money. But then if I go to the grocery store, I'm going in there to, get groceries. I'm not really going in there to talk to anybody. But that's how humans work, is they see somebody and they say, oh, I would like to make a connection. Let me walk up to them and introduce myself. That's why you have an introduction, because they don't know you. When you have a speaker come to an event, let me introduce myself because I don't know you. Maybe we have something in common. Maybe we have some values. I'm just here to see. I'm just here to hear your speech and see what you're talking about. When you go to comedy shows, does the comedian that you know come out straight off the bat? Maybe. They might do a 5 or maybe 10-minute opening set, but they're really out there to say, here is the value that I'm giving you. Now, let me introduce you to some of these other comedians that you don't know that you might like. Let me introduce you to more opportunities of entertainment that you might like other than me. It's a win-win for you because you get more entertainment and they get more money. That's how approaching works. That's how introductions work. So if I'm in a gym, if I'm in a grocery store, now obviously, if you're approaching somebody in a parking lot, then their guard is probably going to be up. But when these things have been historically known as safe spaces, and you're telling a man, Don't even come up and introduce yourself there. What are we talking about here?
You know what really needs to be studied is women and even men who will hit like the opposite sex and then act shocked when they get hit back. To this day, I will never understand, I don't think, even on my deathbed, I will never understand the logic that goes through your mind to think that you can go as a woman to a man, get in his face, smack him, hit him, punch or whatever, and think he's not gonna do anything back ever. Like the shock that's always on the woman's face when you see a video of a woman getting hit after she done punched a man will never cease to astonish me. Because it's like, girl, the audacity, the entitlement, the bewilderment, the dumbazery, like, it don't make no sense. What did you think was gonna happen? You thought he was gonna, your 5'8" ass, you thought he was gonna go up to that man, punch him in his face, kick him in his nuts, and he wasn't gonna react? He was just gonna take it like a man, like, light work. What are y'all talking about? What are you talking about? Now you on the floor. Now you crying on the floor, and everybody's looking at you crazy.
Why did I re-download dating apps? It's just because nobody was approaching me in real life. I had no dating app for a week and a half, so I could have kept going. But I was just like, damn. Like, the problem is that people will look at you, but they won't say anything. So it's like, But a pattern I'm noticing on Tinder or any dating app is that it's usually men that just broke up with their girlfriend like 2 days ago. Like, sir. And they will love bomb the shit out of you. Okay? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I just saw this lady say that women be pedos too, right? And she was saying how people like to call it something different. They be talking about some cougars and stuff like that. And I tell y'all this all the time. When I don't even be lying to y'all no more, for real. I ain't lied to y'all in about 2 years. But when I tell y'all a 40-year-old lady took my boyfriend in high school, I'm dead ass serious. And the bad part about it is everybody around was making it seem like he did something, like, oh, you messing with, like he doing something because he was messing with a grown lady. Like, no, that boy was a victim. That lady was no better than a man that be taking advantage of a little girl. You letting this boy drive your car, be at your house. You are 40. That man just turned 18. He not even no man, that boy. Like, had that been the other way around, people would have been so mad. But because it was a boy and a grown woman, motherfuckers made it seem like he was doing something and there was, like, it was cool, like it was something cool to do. But no, that is sick. And mind y'all, this happened in high school. I've been out of high school for 11 years now. I still haven't even turned the lady's age. 10 years later, I'm still not the age that she was then. That is sick as fuck.
I think collectively as women, we need to stop marketing men and their singleness to try to get them a relationship. Because a man would never do that. You know those posts where women are like, please date my friend. He's 33, a Leo, an engineer, and liberal. Or whatever. And they post it to a cute little song and he's doing some like wholesome thing like make dinner. And they're like, oh, he's just perfect. Please someone date him. As if it's not a man's job to market himself. Let men be single because they don't put in the effort to secure a relationship, especially if they're that good. If they're that good, it should be that easy for them to be in a relationship. Women need to stop showing up for men in the ways that they don't do for women. Men are never out here like, wow, this woman in my life, she's amazing. I want to introduce her to all my guy friends because she just deserves to be treated nicely. Men don't do that. Women need to stop with this. I get that it's cute and you just want to be nice and, but stop.
I mean, that's fine. You think me saying that is gonna stop men from approaching a woman in a bar? Girl, I wish I had that power. I wish men listened to women. I truly do wish that. They're not gonna stop, so don't worry. They're gonna approach you. If that's what you want, they will approach you. Even if that's what you don't want, they're gonna approach you. I personally just think that, unfortunately, if I was able to get that happy hour special sitting at a table, I would. But I had to sit at the bar. I don't like sitting at bars. I don't like going to bars. I tried to go once, trying to be social. Was not for me. I went to a club once in my life. Hated it with a burning passion. I'll talk about that at a different time. And listen, honey, I'm a girl. I'm going to have an exit plan. Are you kidding me? Of course. That has nothing to do with this conversation. I will always have an exit plan. I am a woman in America. Yeah. This reminds me, I need to share the story of the time I tried to flee America during the pandemic. I had like a mental breakdown. I tried to flee to Canada. It was insane. I'll share that one day. And girly pop, if you want to be approached, be approached. No one's stopping you. I'm not judging that. I don't. And it was very clear. But I do think that men need to read their social cues a little better. I'm not playing hard to get. I just don't want to talk to you. I want to eat my steak taco, have my Stella that I didn't get to finish, and some fries, and leave and watch a bit of the game because I'm a little bit of a sports geek. I know it's crazy. I'm a bit of a sports geek. We'll get into it. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm done talking about this. This is kind of annoying, but I'm gonna make a smoothie. I was thinking like a speech. I was thinking like a peach cherry beet smoothie with some coconut water. I don't know. I'm gonna experiment. I'll be back.
Well, I think you're only looking at it from one side of the floor, and the woman tried to say, hey, maybe here's a better way to handle that. But of course, modern women don't take accountability. They don't take constructive criticism. And as you can see, they don't take it from men or women. They wouldn't take it from their dog. They would love their dog until their dog said, hey, maybe you should. What? Get out of here, Sparky. Sparky would be at the pound, at the at the animal shelter, the very same day, in the next 5 minutes. Mama, daddy, I don't have no good relationship with my parents. I don't have a good relationship with them. It's because they tried to tell her something or give her some constructive criticism and she didn't like it.
So I know why. Like, okay. I've talked to women sometimes and they be like, oh, guys don't try to talk to me. No, I'm fine. I'm sorry, somebody just asked me to cross the street. But, you know, guys don't be trying to talk to me. And I know why they don't be trying to talk to y'all. Because y'all be walking around. Look at this bitch. All this loud ass music. Anyways, y'all be walking. I almost felt like they posted like, you know, my skin color. Anyways, y'all be walking around looking like y'all done sucked on a sour pickle, face frowned up, always looking mad. Don't even speak to people. I speak to everybody. Like, I make eye contact with anybody I'm walking in front of. They're walking towards me, and I say, hey, good morning, good evening, whatever. Hey, how are you? I do that to everybody. Not like I want a man, this bitch, bro. And it's not even like I'm trying to get somebody or want somebody to try to talk to me. It's just Southern hospitality, bitch. Like, y'all walk around, I wouldn't want to talk to you neither, bitch, looking like something stinky every time somebody look at you frowned up. Fuck wrong with y'all?
I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to befriend you. Leave women alone at bars and cafes, at the grocery store. Leave us alone. I am at one of my favorite restaurants having dinner by myself because I do that. I'm a grown-up and I like to eat by my lonesome. And this decrepit old 40-year-old ass man comes over to me saying, come here often? Come here often? Sir! No! I lied. I do. I go there quite often. It's my favorite spot to get a steak taco and some french fries and a Stella on draft on a happy hour special. It's my favorite thing. People leave me alone because everyone who goes there is old and they're married. And apparently you are not, sir, but I don't care. I don't want that. Leave me alone. Genuinely, I don't want to talk to you. I was so rude. And women, let this be a sign to you. Stop being polite. Stop being nice. Be rude as hell. Be rude. Be rude. Like, God, like, I'm actually kind of annoyed because, like, I didn't even want to finish my Stella because I didn't get to, I don't chug it. I'm not a chugger. I'm a sipper. And I couldn't finish it. Also because I finished my steak tacos so fast because I was so hungry. And so, you know, anyway, that's kind of my fault. But I didn't want to finish my Stella because he was there trying to talk to me, ask me questions. Like, what should I get? I don't know. Do I look like the server? No. Do I look like the bartender? No. What? Why are you staring at me? Yes. I'm talking to myself. Yes. Look at him. He was staring at me. That man was staring at me. He was judging me. Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm fine.
We're safe, we're happy, we're healthy, we're fed, we are fine.
Okay, I had 2 great interactions today that I want to talk about. I worked all morning, I had errands to run after, and 2 interactions happened at 2 different stores. First place, I'm checking out and the guy goes, "Hey, I mean no disrespect at all by this, but I really love your necklace and you have a beautiful smile." I go, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Not disrespectful at all. I really appreciate that." We finished the transaction and I went on with my day. Second place, in the grocery store, guy says, "Hey, not to sound weird at all, but I really like your tattoos. I think they suit you really well. Where did you get them?" I say, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I got them here, here, and here." And again, we finished the interaction after having a nice conversation and I went on with my shopping. So men, there is a way to be kind to women without being absolute creeps about it. Fact of the matter is, if they had been creepy, I would not have talked to them at all. And another fact of the matter is that the fact that they weren't and they were very respectful means I'm more likely to talk to them if I see them again in the future. Just a fun little tip.
Well, here's what you missed. Both of them came with disclaimers. If a woman came up to you and said, "Girl, I like that jacket," do you hear any disclaimer there? No. But you like the comment nevertheless. Why is a man having to put a disclaimer up? "Hey, I don't mean to be weird, but I like your tattoos." Why would that be weird? Man, I don't mean to be weird, but man, I like your jewelry. That's really nice. Why is that weird? Maybe, just maybe, because modern women have demonized men to the disclaimer. I'm not picking on you. I'm not trying to get with you. I'm just saying I admire your beauty. You don't see anything weird about that? Nothing at all. So what I'm trying to say is men can approach respectfully and they go, "Oh man, I really like your jewelry." Not talking to me. Modern women at some point in time need to take accountability for the nonsense. A man should not have to put out a disclaimer before he comes up and approaches you. "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh man, I like your shoes." "Oh man, I like that top on you, man. That's a good color." That's still respectful.
Alright, y'all, I'm bored, so I'm gonna give y'all a story time. Alright, y'all, so I met this dude at a party or whatever. When I say this dude, he was cute and I was feeling him, I was like, okay, cool. So I gave him my number. The next day, we ended up talking or whatever. This conversation was so fire. When I said we were talking about our goals and dreams and aspirations, and it was a good ass conversation. I'm like, finally, a dude that know how to hold the conversation. Cool. Boom. Towards like the conversation just shifted out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, this man, he was like, "Oh yeah, you should come over my house. I want you to come over. I want you to see my bed." He was like, "I have a king size bed and I want you to see it." I said, "What, bitch? You want me to see what?" Y'all, this man told me he had a king. I said, I don't come over people's houses, babes. I don't even fucking know you, you fucking bitch. I don't even know you. Anyway, so he was like, "Yeah, you come over, you know, we can lay down, we can chill." I said, "I don't come over houses, baby. I don't even fucking know you." I said, so I was like, "You don't want to take me on a date or whatever like that?" Y'all, guess what this man said? This man said, "I don't know how to fucking date." This told me he was fucking 38 years old, y'all. He said, "I'm 38, blase, blase." He had a nice little job and everything. I said, "How you not know how to date and you 38, bitch? How do you get your bitches? Like, every bitch you meet is not just hopping in your bed. I hope not. That means bitches as a whole, our standards are low. I'm the type of bitch, you gotta take me out. You gotta wine and dine me. That's why I'm single now, because I don't want to take the time to court you, to date you, to get to know you. You can't get to know me from your fucking bedroom. Just say you want a bitch. Damn." So, I really want to hang up the phone, y'all. I was like, "How you not know how to date?" He's like, "I never had to date." I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he's not lying, because I don't really see bitches getting took out, like, for real, for real. I simply hung up the phone, and I was like, "I will call you later." I ain't heard from this man, y'all. He knew I wasn't one of the bitches that was easy to find. He just ain't never called me. I'm gonna be single for fucking ever. I hated him.
She said something to the effect of women's standards as a whole are low. Well, that's what men have been trying to tell you. But y'all act like men are just out here dogging women out and men don't know what they're talking about. Y'all have low standards, and y'all standards have been low for a while. What do you mean? When y'all think that y'all's standards are actually high, but they're actually very shallow, which would make them low. Well, when a man has 6 figures, 6 feet, 6 inches, 6 pack, it's a low standard. What your standard should actually be is, what are his values? How can I build with this man? What is his behavior? Integrity, honesty, the stuff that actually matters. Men have told you this multiple times.
We need to talk about what is happening with American men. What the hell is going on? Okay, so not only do men not approach women in clubs in New York, but they don't even acknowledge you when you come and sit on the same table as them. Why am I joining your table and you are making eye contact with me and you're putting your eye at me and looking away? In that particular case, it was just the acknowledgement of, yeah, you're right, and then keep it stepping. Like, I'm British, we are unfriendly as fuck, and you can't unfriendly us. You know, if you're gonna do that, that's a record-breaking achievement, and the fact that men in New York can do that is unbelievable. I was talking to my American friend about this, and he was saying, yeah, we do actually just have a bit of an American bitch boy problem. No, there is just like a national bitch boy problem. And this is happening in the celeb world as well, not just with the common folk. So, what is happening with American men and the pursuit of women? I need to know.
First of all, I just feel like men are not actively pursuing women anymore because you got bitches out here that's like doing shit like this.
I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but the anger I get from making eye contact with a man is like so ridiculous sometimes. Look at the hives I just got, literally just from making eye contact with a man. I literally feel so disgusted. I feel like
Ow! It stresses me out! Don't look at me!
Yeah. The men are worried about themselves now. At this point, they want you to shoot your shot. Because when they do, they are constantly turned down, being called a creep, being told that they're being harassed, that women are being harassed by them. And let's not talk about the conversation of women talking about how much they hate catcalling. But then at the same token ask questions like, but why aren't the men trying to holler at us anymore? And before I continue, I do want to touch base on the whole New York attitude thing. Baby, let me tell you something. There is nobody in the world that has a worse attitude than a New Yorker. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Y'all attitude, trust me, does not compare. We have the worst attitudes than anyone on the planet. We are the most standoffish people. Like, you look at us for too long and you finna be asked what the fuck you looking at. Can I help you? Do you need something? Like, when I moved to the South, everybody was all, good morning, good morning. I'm like, do I know you? I grew out of it. I'm kinder. I'm nicer now. But back then, do I know you? Why are you talking to me? Who sent you? Yeah, don't nobody got a worse attitude than a New Yorker. We are blunt and we don't give two fucks about you. And I don't know what your friend was talking about with the whole bitch boy or bitch man thing. Nah, I think that's just a him thing. Because that's not it. The men are just sick of your shit. Like, girls say things like, oh, I can't stand when a man is trying to befriend you and get to know you and then eventually tries to talk to you. That's an ick. It's like, how can they win? What are their options? You know what it is? To not trying to pursue you at all. They don't give a fuck about pursuing you now. Now they want you to take the steps. They want you to work for it. Even when a man is genuinely trying to know a woman or get to know her and he approaches her, hey, how you, ew, get away from me. All right, then. That's why the New Yorkers, they be like, well, fuck you then, bitch. The last thing you want to do is deny a man in New York that's trying to holler at you, because one minute you beautiful, the next minute you look like a monkey. But yeah, I mean, that's just my take on that. I just feel like men they're tired of being turned down. They're tired of being called creeps, and they like, fuck it, shoot your shot.
I can guarantee you it's the humiliation part of it. It's the humiliation of coming up to a woman and knowing not only is she going to reject me, but she's going to try to clown me. Why would a man want to go through that? Like, what good reason would a man have to continue going through stupid stuff like that?
You know, a lot of women get on this app and they, say certain things about men, like they're dumb and things like that. And whether I agree or disagree, we're not here to talk about that. But what we will talk about is how men are very good at reading people. I don't think it's talked about enough at how well men read women, okay? Specifically, men can also judge other men very well, even they don't speak up on other men as often as they will on women. Men can can literally look at you and know so much about you. And I've learned this through studying them. I've read books. One of the books I'm reading right now is Psychology of Gender, Men and Women, and also through listening to their podcasts and the videos that they watch and just watching them online. They read women like a book. You thought you knew your friends. I'm telling you, a man can come around and he will tell you, he's like your mom. You know how your mom would like, oh, that's not your friend. That's how men are. Men know what type of woman you are based off how you dressed, how you act around him and his homeboys, and even the way you act with your friends, what you post, all of that stuff. They are watching. They are watching you. They are forming an opinion. And might I add that they're usually not wrong when it comes to judging women. They're usually not wrong. Okay. And I personally have stopped being friends with women based off of how men treat them. Okay. Stay with me, sister. Stay with me. So I had a friend, and I've been knowing her since grade school. Cool person, right? But every time we would hang out and we'd talk about our dating life, she would always tell me about how men were asking her for money. Men were making her pay for the first date or go 50-50, or telling her I lost my wallet, or, you know, some egregious story happened when it was time to pay the bill. Or they were asking to like borrow her car or stay with her. It was just always something. And I would be like shocked. I'd be like, girl, what are you talking? Like, I would always be so intrigued because I've never had this experience. Like, I've never been told to pay for, or, you know, asked to pay for a date. You know, I don't do any of that. But I would be intrigued. And then when I hit 25, it was something that developed up here, the frontal lobe. I was like, oh, the reason why they are asking her these things or treating her this way is because of low self-esteem. And then I started to see it. I started to see it in the way she walked and the way she carried herself in the decisions. I started to see it naturally, right? And then I had another friend, cut her off too. Every time we went out, it was like men just naturally spoke very dirty to her. I'm talking about like they were just very like, I'm not gonna say they're aggressive, but they were just very sexual with her off the rip. Didn't even know her. Now, mind you, she did used to tell me, you know, about some things she used to do, whatever, blah, blah. That's her business. But like for men to even pick that up, I'm talking about on the first meeting, and they're like being very, you know, with her. And they wouldn't do that to me or the other girl that we used to hang out with, our other friend. They would only do it to her. That's because they could pick up that spirit. I'm telling you, men can read low self-esteem, low self-worth. They can read if you want their attention. They can read it all. Some of them are so good that they don't even have to have a conversation with you, sister. So what you post matters. What you wear, it matters. In how you move in the world, it matters. Even the conversation. I had a few videos back. I told y'all, watch what you say. Stop sharing everything. Be careful of what you say. Only say the minimum. I'm not saying you lie, but he don't need to know all of that. It's quite frankly, it's none of his business. But like, yeah, I picked that up on watching a lot of men podcasts and things like that. Like, as much as I would like to get on here and say that they be over exaggerating, no, they're very good at reading people. They are very good. Even when they read each other, even when they read another man, men know when other men are full of it. I mean, look at the situation going on right now with the guy who is a baby mama maker. Look at that situation. Look how the men are chiming in. They're very good. And I suggest to all the women out there who are actively dating and seeking relationships with men, and I suggest to the women who are actively dating and seeking relationship with men, I'm only talking to y'all, I suggest you get on and listen to some of these podcasts that they're listening to. Not the podcasts where they're pandering to women, but the podcasts where they're talking about women and they're talking about the women that they do and do not like. And I'm not asking you to subject yourself to what they do and not like, you know, whatever. I'm asking you to listen to how they describe women. Listen to their experiences, and that will tell you a lot about how they assess you. They are very attentive. Men are very attentive. And it taught me something just in watching them. And I don't care about their opinions about, you know, certain stuff, whatever. It's about the detail. It's about being able to read people very well just by how they walk and talk and how they answer questions, because nobody is different. you know, everything has already been written. People may think that they are real and different and they one of one or whatever, but patterns in everything have already been written, right? Patterns will help save us all in general. So recognizing the patterns in people will tell you a lot about a person. And I highly suggest that you just stay, like, I don't want to say vigilant, but you just stay, you know, proactive, right? Always paying attention. And this can translate into how you read men, right? You should be able to read men. You know, there's no two men that are different, right? All of them are, you know, there's groups and, you know, things like that, but men are the same. Like, you know, they all have their little groups. You can tell that when a man is a good guy, or you can tell when a man is, you know, going to waste your time, or you could start to pick up on this as you start to, you know, pay attention and analyze them. But I'm gonna have to give it to them. Men are very good at reading people. Go ask your homeboys, go ask your brothers, go ask your uncles, men that are going to keep it real with you and that won't sleep with you. Ask them about how they read women, and I'm telling you, they're so good at it. From broke to poor to rich to everybody, all of them, they're very good at reading women. That's how they can single some of you out to take advantage of, or to, you know, finesse and get things out of, because they can read you very well, like a book, actually.
I mean, you could try to not say anything, but the man he's probably going to know. He's probably going to know. I mean, unless he's not paying attention, which sometimes does happen, he's going to pretty much know what you're up to. He's going to pretty much know what you got going on. Like you said, with the way that you handle yourself, with the way that you speak, who you're hanging around, the places that you're going, what kind of car you drive, where you live at, your speech. It's just a man's gonna be like, man, I've seen this before. I've seen this before. Modern women don't understand that a lot of times they're taking their personality from something that someone else said. They're taking their personality from what they read, from what TV show they've watched in recent memory, in recent years, in recent weeks, in recent days they've watched. And so they start acting like that, and their personality switches up, and they get to thinking, oh, I want to be in this era. I want to be like this person. I want to be in my soft girl era. How do I do that? Then they go on a rabbit hole, down a rabbit hole of looking for stuff about the soft girl era. Well, I don't have anybody that wants to do that for me. So maybe I'll do an aesthetic so I can look like that. And so maybe somebody will pick me up and want to put me in that era. I want to do a sprinkle. So I'll start consuming content like that, and then get the look and go to places. So maybe someone somewhere will give me what I'm looking for. Mind you, the entire time they have not done any work to be a good person. They just look the part. They're just there. And the man can see that. It's like, oh, she's not really here for the right reasons. She's here to take my money, right? Now you do have some men that indulge in that. It's okay, well, I got the money, I got the funds. Go ahead and get on this yacht. And at the end of y'all's time together, there's going to be some payment that is expected. So without you probably realizing it and probably understanding exactly what's going on, a man has already pegged you from the time that you walked in the door. Oftentimes, a man has already pegged you even before you walked in, like in the parking lot. Oh, here, look at what we got here. And you're not paying attention. You're just going over there. Oh, he bought me a drink. He already knew. And sometimes men don't know exactly, like to the T, what you want, but he's got experience to know, oh, this type, let's start with this. And it becomes a game. Give her this, give her that. See what she likes. Depending on the man, it can really get diabolical. With Chads and Tyrones, it is diabolical because they know exactly what they're doing. Oh man, she's going to go for it every time. She's looking for the vibe. I understand that. And so when they start giving you the vibe that you want and vibing you right out of your pants, and then the next morning, oh, I got to go. Oh man, it was I'm watching the show right now where some of the stuff, when you listen to it, you're like, well, how did she even get herself in this position? Like, this is clear cut. Why would you even give people that type of money? But they are. Because a man said something or he did something. Oldest trick in the book. These women are out here being defrauded. Because a man is just coming through and pop, saying exactly what you want, telling you exactly what you want to hear, giving you a freaking sob story. And because you're in your emotions and your feelings, you sit up there and listen to all that nonsense. A man will come behind you and say, man, he's stupid. Get that man out of your face. And that would have been the end of it. Because y'all want to cry, y'all want to hug, and y'all want to fix. Losing money. This one woman lost, I think, $2 million. $2 million in debt over a man that played a long game. Long con. Lived a good life on her dime. Messed up the psyche of both of her daughters. Playing games. Men already see you coming from a mile away.